Last year, conservative Justice Antonin Scalia passed away unexpectedly, causing a shakeup at the Supreme Court. A new book of his speeches, co-edited by one of his sons, gives a never-before look at a life well lived. Joining us now is Christopher Scalia, the co-editor of Scalia Speaks. Welcome to the program.
Thanks a lot, Lauren. It's great to be here.
So nice to have you. Did you know about all of these speeches in this book?
I only knew about a few of them. Ed Whalen, the co-editor, and I were both really surprised by just how many speeches he delivered and the range of topics he covered in the speeches.
It's incredible. It says reflections on law, faith, and a life well lived, on people and ethnicity, on Christians as Cretans, vocation of a judge, natural law, courage. It goes on and on. But it does talk about your father in a way showcases that he was an originalist, meaning he believed the words of the Constitution should be interpreted as they were originally written. Tell us about him and that, his faith and being a devout Catholic. How did those two intersect?
Well, he was always, obviously he believed strongly in originalism and he believed strongly in his Catholic faith, but he makes a point of emphasizing that he was sure that his Catholic faith didn't influence how he judged. He thought that would be inappropriate. He had to interpret laws based on what they meant at the time they were written, not what he wanted them to mean as a Catholic.
There was a speech in the book where he talks about Roe v. Wade and how he was embarrassed when people would thank him for that decision because it wasn't due to his belief, but rather constitutional text and tradition. He wrote, "My religious faith can give me a personal view on the right or wrong of abortion, but it cannot make a text say yes, where in fact it says no, or a tradition say we permit, where in fact has we forbid."
Exactly. He thought Roe v. Wade was a poorly decided case, not because he was a Catholic, though as a Catholic, obviously, he had certain views about abortion, but as a judge, he didn't like Roe v. Wade because there's nothing in the Constitution making abortion on demand a guaranteed right.
He is giving all of these speeches. He was really known for his way with words. There was just a play here at Arena Stage that was about his life, and an actor, Ed Giro, here he is, actually played him. I went and interviewed him, and he had his mannerisms down like you could not believe. And what I loved about Ed is that he talked about this personal side of your father and what a good man he was. Tell us about that side of your dad.
That's, I think, one of the reasons these speeches are so much fun, and his opinions are great, but the speeches are where you really get to see his personality. He was very funny. He had a great sense of humor. He was a great joke teller, great storyteller. And of course, as you mentioned, he's a man of devout faith. And all of that comes through in the speeches very vividly.
I thought I would just end on this quote that is toward the end of the book on heroes and friends. And it says, "It is the greatest curse of advancing years that our world contracts as friends who cannot be replaced with insights into life that are not elsewhere available to us, leave us behind." It's almost as if this was written for you.
Yeah, it's true. There are a number of eulogies and memorials in this collection, and a couple of them he mentions his looking forward to meeting these friends again in the hereafter, and that really kind of captured how I felt about him reading the speeches.
Chris Scalia, thank you so much, co-editor of Scalia Speaks.